Hello, I'm Roto, and welcome to part 32 of my Cyberpunk playthrough. So what are we doing today? Today we're going to head to Fingers. We are now level 28. 48 street cred, which is more than enough. But what we do have now is 16 cool, which is what we needed to buy the pain editor from Fingers, which is going to give me an additional minus 10% damage reduction mod. So let's go and sort that out now while I am here, and maybe we'll buy something else and read another book, which was something I was going to do. So the Joy Toys aren't in here anymore at the moment.
Yes! What is it?
Hello, Fingers.
My Chrome could use some fine-tuning.
You deviant.
Here to serve.
Okay, so immune system. This is what we've got. Look, pain editor. All incoming damage by 10%. That is such a huge thing. 28k, but well worth it in my opinion. So we're going to buy that. We're also going to be replacing this 13% with 35% resistances. That is so much more effective. When affected by shock and DMP, armor increases by 50%. Ooh, that would be nice, would it not? But this is what we're doing. We're going to be having 35% all resistances across the board. There. That is a huge upgrade, is it not? And we have spent quite a fair amount of money. I'm not sure there's anything else. I've sold all my weapons here, so it's a little bit full of rubbish. What's this? Let's have a look, shall we? Increases charge damage. Oh! 10 charges. Increase charge damage by 10%. That's for tech weapons, I guess. Increase armor by 5%. Would be handy, but not right now. I wonder how much handy that would be for something like for one of these, like the projectile launch system. I wonder whether that could take it.
Something wrong?
I'm looking. Please wait. I am looking at your stuff. In fact, now I've got that up and that up, what I could do is head over to Mr. Chrome in Kabuki Square and see what he's got. But let's go and...
Can't speak or what?
For right now, we are going to go and see Judy at Clouds. And we've got an appointment with Maiko, I believe. Let's have a quick read of Sex and Chrome, first of all. Waves of pleasure cascade over my body, filling every pore of my being like ocean water through hot sand. More, I want more. How long I waited to feel his breath on my neck, his hands wrapped around my waist, his fingers caressing my lips. Our bodies are entwined in a primal dance, moving faster and faster to the rhythm of the creaking bed springs. Our skin bathed in flickers of neon. I can't hear myself moaning, but I must be, since my throat is dry. I can't feel what my hands are doing, but the blood under my fingernails means I'm digging into his back. He's no longer kissing me, but nibbling, biting, pulling himself toward me harder. His control over me untamed, animalistic. It's so hot in the room that even his chrome is overheating. The bed sheets clinging to our sweat-soaked bodies. Eep. Okay. Let's get out of here. Through the front door. Ignoring this pimp. Though I wonder if there's not more to him than meets the eye. Let's get going to see Judy. I think the best thing we can do is get the elevator. We'll take that up to Poplar Street. that's the easiest way to go. So there was a shootout here. Remember that job? Doesn't look like this was repopulated, but at least the bodies are cleaned up. That's a good thing. This is why we clean after ourselves.
Swedish Academy Award for Literature has announced its latest recipient, Virginia Grantchester, citing her most recent book, In the Shade of an Apple Tree.
Okay, let's meet Judy and Clouds Terrace early in the morning.
Hi! Hi! You there! Mysterious stranger! Yoo-hoo! Yeah, you! There any other mysterious stranger around here? You know what? How about I tell you a joke?
Better be good.
Sure, be my guest.
What must all trauma team medics swear to uphold? The hypocritical oath!
Okay.
Why did you call
What's
me
going
over?
on?
Hey there, stranger! I'm Brendan, your friendly neighborhood SCSM, and the nicest AI in all of Night
It
City.
sounds like the toaster.
You can select from a wide
Red
range
Dwarf.
of beverages, or just drop by for a chat, anytime. Now it's your turn. What's your name?
Why am I talking to a schism? My name's V.
Pleasure to meet you, V. Do you come here often?
What sort of question is that?
Pretty often, as a matter of fact.
I'm sorry. Did I correctly hear you ask if I wanted to join you for a cup of coffee?
No.
No?
Oh, well, that's okay. Because you can have one now. And just to clarify, we don't have to move an inch. How do you take it? Milk? Sugar?
Okay, you've got me. I'm sold.
Sold? Nothing's gonna be sold here. Cause you know what? I'm gonna give you a can of Night Cola for free.
Thanks. Brendan, right?
That's right. Gosh, it's so cool you remembered. Even for a simple SCSM.
Cool. So did you want something from me?
Oh, yes. Well, I do apologize for taking advantage of you at this early stage in our friendship. But could I ask you for a favor?
What happened?
See that container in front of me? It's completely blocking my view of the street, depriving an SCSM of its greatest pastime. Could you move it a bit to the side? I'll reward you with my undying gratitude.
I will consider.
Even though, technically, I don't stock that.
See what I can do.
I will consider. Not strong enough. Not strong enough. Let's go and see Maiko and Judy. Meet Judy on Clouds Terrace early in the morning. Not quite early, we might have to wait a little bit. Needles is going to be the superhero name. I'm calling her Needles after my cat, who we call Needles because of her love of her claws. It's a very apt name for her. She just likes to put the claws in enough, just above. There seems to be some sort of pain layer of skin we have, and she's able to find that quite easily. At the minute you move, she just tweaks her claws a little bit, and she hits that pain barrier directly to let you know maybe she's had enough of stroking or something like that. So that's why she's called Needles. And we're getting another dog in a day or two. Well, they're going up to see it tomorrow. And so that'll help heal that hole in my heart, I guess. Meet Judy on Clouds Terrace. Okay, that's what we're doing. here. Rare item components. Dr. Havoc and Radon. Introduction. The battery sphere is in dire straits. I've read this. I remember reading the Iranians. Ooh. Well, we'll be in there in a minute. What's this? It just says wait. Okay, that's what we're doing. Waiting. There's even an executive chair for me to wait at. Sometime later.
Hey, V.
Hello, Judy.
Thanks for showing.
Thank you. Maybe we'll
Talk.
yeah, we'll do a photo up here, just me and Judy.
Been with Maiko is like a game of 3D
So we're going to
chess.
save this here, and then we can get the photo up later.
Don't let her derail you.
Some deeds about her could be useful when I talk to her, don't you think?
No, leave the talking to me.
How you aim to bring her around?
How do you aim to get her over to our side?
By telling the truth about Evelyn, what happened and why.
Think that'll cut it?
No, have to improvise from there.
You nervous?
You seem a bundle of nerves.
I've a mind to kill the bastards with my bare hands. So yeah, you could say I'm a teensy bit nervous.
Yeah, we're going to get Woodman, don't you worry. I agree with this.
I'm ready.
This is
Let's
righteous
go.
vengeance. I am all for it. And I will get changed before we go down there into my...
Hold on,
Cop
I'll
gear.
open it.
Needles can pay him a visit.
Lock like that? No way you cracked it open on your first try. Know how to get around their systems?
Fear so. Was hoping they hadn't run any updates since I left. Looks like I was right. Easy as paella. Follow me.
Death and Taxis, a new iconic gun. Nice.
I'd say it's great to see you, but I've never been
A
one
gem
to
of
buy.
Japanese elegance. Hanako Arasaka's visit to Night City is a unique chance to take a closer look at a true icon of class and style. The enigmatic daughter of a recently deceased megacorp CEO has shown us once again why she's a real queen of killer taste. First thing to note is that Hanako wore only Japanese designers, showing off a flair of the patriotism and devotion she was raised with. Second, only a sharp eye might catch the small golden brooch crafted in the shape of the Arasaka Corp logo, playing it safe but keeping it classy. Hanako also rocked a dove white neo-meal pencil dress, simultaneously showcasing a regal modesty, but without putting off stiff prudishness. Hanako is corporate royalty and she knows it. She's not trying to squeeze in any of that Neo-K flash because her self-confidence is chrome-plated. That said, there are a few accents of gold in her dress, shoes and hair accessories that tastefully elevate the outfit and harmonise beautifully with her nails and real skin seams. Then, with her coat sporting a fierce red, she adds an almost predatory pop to the ensemble. Colour choice by coincidence? No way. Or a nod to the Japanese national colours? Probably way. As we've seen time and time again, Hanako doesn't shy away from incorporating both traditional and modern elements from her home country's
I never liked
heritage.
surprise
Dollhouse feedback.
Bet I even.
Celeste, great performance. No change in attitude since last month's events. Divine, average performance. Eager to work overtime. Good work attitude. Gale, No improvement in work attitude, no willingness to change. Last warning. Oh right, this is the workers. Heaven, average performance, good work attitude, candidate for plastic surgery. Morning Star, first month trial period, going well so far. Sky, highest level performance, exemplary attitude, consider requesting TC for a bonus or bump her salary. Who's TC? Tiger Claws. Sun, high performance, talks back to her supervisor but otherwise okay. Lost focus after Parker's disappearance. Keep an eye on her. Angel, high performance, exemplary attitude, second candidate for Azure prize. System rarely chooses him. Find out why. Average performance, okay attitude. Rain, another complaint from a client, needs a disciplinary talk. Storm, very big improvement since last month. Keep an eye on her. Torrent, okay performance last month. Lost focus after Parker's disappearance. Keep an eye on. Zephyr, satisfactory performance, work attitude, no irregularities in 2 years. Deserves a raise if we can allow it.
Thought you'd hit rock bottom when you joined the Mox.
Stop complaining, get rich today.
Even lower now. Consorting with a persona who's very non grata. Yes, V. I mean you.
I hear you.
Guess I left a lasting impression. Good. Paid you one visit and you remember me.
My job, among other things, is to remember unsavory customers. Naturally, I take it upon myself to deal with them too. Now, how am I to deal with you?
Came to Clouds for info. Left with info. All the while, I did my best to make sure no one standing in my way ended up in a garbage bag.
Appreciated. Now, what exactly are you after? Gonna go and harass another doll?
Judy wants to do the talking. Let's make sure she listens.
Judy has a proposal about Clouds.
Wanna come back? Done. Always valued your skills, you know that. Just don't get why you had to drag this loose end in here.
Stop treating dolls like meat and I'll consider it. But first things first. Clouds needs to be taken from the Tiger Claws.
Okay, look. It's clear what happened to Ev was traumatic.
Huh? I was convinced you didn't know.
That girl was asking for an unhappy ending. I was just surprised it took so long.
We gotta do something, or everyone will end up like Evie. Woodman raped her while she was unconscious, then sold her like she was so much scrap.
Yeesh, you've always been unstable. Okay, since you seem more reasonable, care to explain what this is about?
Judy's idea? Think about it. Could work.
Well, Jude. See, you found a true and loyal fan.
You aware what Woodman did to Evelyn when she was desperate for help? You sit by, let that happen?
Tiger Claw bosses rule this place. Know how much I mean to them?
We're not your worth we're bothered about.
About as much as you two and your problems mean to me.
Exactly.
Greed, negligible.
And that's how where you are on our list.
This is a waste of our time. Come on, we'll get by without her.
Jude, be sure to give me a call once you're done mourning and want to get back to reality. And so you don't think I'm brushing you off completely, Forrest will be on the maintenance level in a couple minutes. Alone.
I'm not your enemy here.
And I didn't ask for your opinion.
You picked the wrong side, Maiko.
I'll be the judge of that.
What's this? Files, monthly expenses, dole equipment, employee equipment, medical, cleaning equipment, alcohol and catering, unforeseen expenses. We can ask the doles to clean up after closing, but they'll put up a fight and won't even do it properly. You can let Forrest go. I'll happily take over his responsibilities. Oh, she wants Forrest to die. So see, this is it. This is why she's going to let us take care of Forrest, so things are easier for her, because she's a manipulative corpo who only cares about herself. JA, do not delete. Is that a picture she's got of Judy? Judy Alvarez, do not delete. Yes, it is. That's what the JA means. Hey Martha, thanks for the date. You're a nice girl and I like you, but it's just not going to happen. Please don't take it personally. It's me. I realise that I'm not ready for a commitment yet. Martha Ortega. Is Martha Ortega the Valentino? Dear Maiko, welcome to the elite service of Heart Solutions. As the sole provider on the market, we take what we do very seriously. We know that time is money for our clients. That's why we guarantee you will find the right person within the next 90 days. If your future partner does not meet your expectations, we ensure a full refund. In order to start your journey, we'll send you a questionnaire. This will allow our algorithm to choose the best person for your first date. From Judy to Maiko, take your shit. This is the third time I'm telling you. Take back your precious sweaters. I don't have space for them in this substandard Mikiona unit lacking. That doesn't square with your ambitions. Might as well just send over one of the bimbos that keeps circling you like flies. Otherwise, they're going straight to recycling because I can't look at them anymore. It's amazing how shitty your taste was. Clearly I wasn't just gonk, but blind too. And I ask you to give me a bit of time to think about things and to give yourself a little time to cool down. I don't care about all that stuff, you can toss it out, but I'd like to come over and talk anyway. This all escalated so quickly. I feel like in a way it was a misunderstanding and maybe we brought up too much, too quickly. It doesn't have to end this way, and even if it does, it doesn't have to be all of a sudden. As far as I'm concerned, we're done talking. I've already buried it and no way am I digging it back up again. Not with you. You're just not doing what you always do, buttering me up with promises you don't actually want to keep. Just tell me when you're coming and I'll leave a bag with your shit in front of the door. Don't ring the doorbell or knock, because I won't answer. Telling you ahead of time, just so we're clear. Okay, and I'll just tell you this. Toss that shit out the window. It's trash. I don't give a shit about any of it and I'm not coming. Nice you can afford to do that. I guess that's what you do with everything. Throw it out like trash. No remorse, no regrets. If you find any of my shit, feel free to leave it on Jig Street for the people who need them. As for your clothes, you could get jumped wearing this, so I'd rather just burn it. From Judy to Maiko. You crossed the line today. Since when do I need your permission to go into your office? Security contacted you, so don't bullshit me with procedures. It was your call. Just cool down and stop throwing a fit or you'll get us both in trouble. I have to keep up some semblance of professionalism, which you've clearly never had to deal with. It cost me an arm and a leg, but I managed to elbow my way into a better position. Don't think I can't lose it all just because of a little carelessness. One little slip and they'll toss me into a hole I'll never crawl back out of. Now you suddenly care about rules and appearances? Where were those rules when I tweaked the stats on the dole chip so you could jump up the ranks? I didn't just do that for your career, I did it because I wanted things to change. Only change I see is you becoming self-obsessed and lacking any conviction whatsoever, while everything else is just the way it used to be. You seem to be doing a fucking okay. That's your perspective, but I see what's happening on the ground. Change is happening. I really don't understand why you can't just trust me. It's not like I started out wanting to manage this place. Don't you know I'm doing this for us? I'm thinking about our future. I thought that would be proof enough of my commitment. Looks like for some reason it just pisses you off. Sue me, I guess. Congrats, Maiko, you've ascended and left me back here in the real world. Seems our perspectives don't line anymore. It's so obvious now that all this ambition you went on and on about was really just you wanting power. Shame on me for not noticing sooner. I don't think it was possible to hate this city even more, but you went and did it. Got yourself chewed up. I just hope when it finally spits out, there'll be something left of you. The old you. From Judy to Maiko. Took my work home, because that sleazeball was standing over me the whole time, watching my hands move. The fuck did that shithead think that I'll clip some cables? Anyway, gotta go back still today and sit on the spot. I'd really just rather you just came back home. I miss you. From Judy. Why don't you swing by the office? I don't have much going on today. Maybe we could think of a way to wind down and reward your hard day's work. The bartender brought me a few bottles of champagne upstairs, and not the shitty kind from some Tiber Claw shindig. We could have our own private event, just you and me. From Judy to Maiko. Why does she come to see you so often? She couldn't just left it for you? If it was me, I'd have sold it for some extra scratch. After all, tigers don't drink your average piss. Look, I don't know what wants, but I don't believe in that just being nice bullshit. Sit that bitch down, she's really starting to piss me off. I'll drop by later. Moxie's doing a party. It's May 13th, anniversary of Lizzie's death and the gang's creation. It's like our national holiday. Anyway, if tomorrow be like last time, I just might get over the bitch. Woodman too. I just hope your desk can handle it this time. Okay, I'll be waiting then. I can't focus on work anymore. If the desk falls apart, boo-hoo. I was thinking to get a bigger one anyway. Just don't forget to come in through the back. Now that they have me to face up to, they'll be looking for any weak points, which of course I don't have, except you. From Judy. Who knows, maybe they'll find something else, like the pad thai you made last week that was too sweet. Besides, if I'm your weak point, then you have nothing to worry about, because this solid-ass weak point can take care of herself. I'd sooner worry about all your kinky fetishes and fondness for taking risks. Okay, so Judy and Maiko.
That went smoothly.
Sitting in a tree.
Totally blew us off.
She's probably scared. No, she's conniver.
Probably needs some time to think. A couple days, tops.
And you might be right. I'll call her tomorrow.
Okay, Judy. Where are we off to now, I wonder?
You two have a history?
Way back, yeah. I think I just felt lonely.
Like everyone in Night City.
She was different then. So was I.
Can't trust people that see everything as a numbers game. Line between patting you on the back as their friend and planting a knife in you as their enemy is down to a decimal.
My name is spelled D-Z-E-N-G, for fuck's sake. I'll be honest, I didn't want to write this book, but they paid me, so here it is. Well, actually, it was written by a ghostwriter. Hey, Jake. Just kidding, I haven't lost all my self-respect. Not yet. So who reads books anyway? I've read this.
No, right there with you. Well, used to have a big crush on her.
Yeah.
Took me a long time to realize who she really was.
A bit more.
But still, honest or crooked.
And a crush.
Just think, could have gone diving this morning.
Unwinding do you good. Do me good too, actually.
I wouldn't have been unwinding. Not exactly. Got an idea buzzing in my head, working it, but I can't say if it'll amount to anything.
Yeah, you, a deck chair, and a Mai Tai with a cocktail umbrella. Somehow I don't see it.
No, me in a deck chair is me mulling over coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Something I avoid right now.
Where are we off to, Judy? Oh yeah, we're gonna find Woodman.
Wait a sec. What about Woodman?
We're gonna kill the motherfucker.
Hello, this
What
is
do you want to do?
N54 News with a breaking development.
Oh.
The story of
What do you want to do?
I want somebody to unload lead into his face till there is no face.
Somebody.
To an anonymous tip, the NCPD
Fine.
managed to reach them in time.
Want you to do it.
The rescued teens remain in critical but stable conditions.
Don't have an ounce of sympathy for that motherfucker.
Aged between 13 and 18 on
So, we going there?
Damn straight. Let's end him.
another example.
We'll take the elevator. Quickest way. Maintenance level.
Crime in Night City is now double the rate than in the new United States.
Let's change my gear then, if that's what I'm going to do. I'd rather do it as Needles, who has her own wardrobe. Like that.
At this point, it's
You know what's worse than a corpo? A wannabe corpo bitch.
You mean Maiko?
Piece of work, that one. But I'll give her credit. She's dead on about your chances of pulling this on her.
Get out of here.
You wanted him filled with lead. There he is. Lovely. Maybe this would be a good photo.
Thought I'd feel more. Be satisfied. Punch the ground floor to get out of this place.
I hear you, Judy.
Almost felt like the world would be a better place once you died.
Well,
And the feeling,
it is.
it was so fucking strong.
Welcome to today's local news on N54.
World did change, though. All the people he could have hurt, they're all safe now. Think of that.
And let's go back into my normal gear. There we go.
Never even know they were in danger.
What's going on?
It's nothing.
Okay, except nothing I can do if you don't tell me.
Guess that's that.
Oh man, you're screwing with my head!
There's that tone. Yelling comes easy.
Okay, Maiko. No, Judy.
Gotta get back to Maiko with something big.
Appealing to her sense of justice wasn't big enough?
Maiko only works with specifics.
Thought you might give up after that. She ain't giving up.
So, when now?
Gotta think. We need more bodies, that's for sure. I'm gonna talk to the dolls.
Okay. You do
I'll
that.
call you when I've got something. See you later.
See you soon, Judy. Take care. Needing a maximum street cred. Now let's go and see Takamura. The lift's no good. I don't think the lift is any good. Well, we're going the right way, it seems. Just gonna run across the road and not die. That's always good. It's gonna get a new puppy in a couple of days. Don't know what we're gonna call him yet. I'm thinking of calling him Ragnar Wolfmane. And then I'm going to talk to him and pretend that he's a Viking warrior and he'll long for the sea. Heat resistant biker turtleneck. Okay. Well, we're meeting Takamura. That's the plan. Advance that quest as well.
I'm Jillian Jordan. For the third consecutive year, Militech has been touted as Night City's best corporation to work for. This prestigious award can be attributed to the numerous employee benefits they offer.
Ragnar Ruffle, mate. That's
paid
it.
vacation days a year, unlimited access to stimulant pharmaceuticals, and implant acquisition.
I would talk to him while they're out and tell him his true heritage of a Viking warrior. What's this? Night City life, drinks, debauchery, etc., etc. Hello, Techie. Who are you talking to? Oh.
I do not understand. Does Arasaka not have enough of its own people?
Look around, sir. Things are heating up in the city.
He's got the gift of the gab.
Soups
Can't be
know
denied,
one
but I
spark.
need to
All
steal
it
your
takes
budget.
is Can Town to go up in flames.
What are you?
Why? What are we doing here?
You shall learn soon. I acquired some information on my own. Do you know who most wished to honor Arasaka-sama with the parade? His murderer. The irony makes me sick.
What's in it for Yorinobu? Doesn't seem like the kind who care to honor tradition.
That is so. Japanese heritage is one element. Yorinobu will also put on a display of power. The floats are sure to be beautiful, but the wizened eye will see in them a hidden message to his foes.
What message that be?
I am here, Gumindomo. Watch your backs.
Not one for subtlety, is he? Still don't see how this gets us anywhere.
I have had an idea. Look to the sky.
Look to what guy?
The dash floats will pass precisely this way. If I could just get onto Hanako-sama's float, I could speak with her in private.
Get there how?
Why jump? Of course.
And how you aim to manage that?
While you are occupied with your shady dealings, I learned more about the floats. They are all kept in one place, Arasaka Industrial Park. It is there that they prepare them. We need only to break into the compound, find the right float and inject a virus into its system. You will then be able to disable any security before I sneak inside.
Gotta be honest, net running's not my forte.
It is even less mine. I have an infected shard. It was not cheap, but the man who sold it to me guaranteed it will work. Let us move on. To take control of the float is one thing, but not all. The security concerns me, the snipers especially. I will be an easy target. But I may have an answer. Okada-san mentioned the city camera. If we gain access to them, we will see exactly where the snipers are. You can deal with them as I advance.
Sounds like a plan.
You agree just like that? The risks are considerable.
Yeah, well, get more and more used to that.
And now, what would you say to a small test? We must try the shard. The camera control room is in front of us.
Okay.
You must get inside and infect the network. That is all.
Uh-huh. And in the meantime, you'll do what? Crack open a can of suds?
I will not touch alcohol. At work, I will watch your back. Now, get to it.
We have a door. We have a crate. And we have a spontaneous craving satisfaction machine. Schisms. We need to open this. But I can't force the door open. Not enough strength, so we've got to use my brain. We're going to come in through the top. What else was this over here? Pack of cards. New release brain dances. What's up, BD maniacs? Hungry for a new emo rush? Then check out the latest word from the freshest BDs on the market. Foreign body. The body is everything. There is nothing else. It is you, but it is also just a tool for your mind to interact with the world. But what would happen if this tool tried to live its own life? What if it tried to kill you? Though not a particularly original addition to the thriller genre, this brain dance featuring Luke Polla is still a solid experiential ride. The fear of disobedient implants has been around since pirates were walking around on peg legs. Well, maybe not that long. As a result, the trope has been pervasive in film, brain dance, and urban legend alike. Still, Foreign Body borrows some of the genre's best elements while still incorporating just enough new stuff to the mix to keep it interesting. After all, it's not every day you see the world from the perspective of a sentient arm. Maxwell's Rehab. This brain dance season has been chock full of horror, but this one stands out from the rest. The always phenomenal Maxwell Ramirez is pushed to the brink of cyberpsychosis so we can relive his return to normalcy. The title offers a tone of optimism, but don't let that fool you. You will relive Maxwell's slip into psychosis, the heartbreak of his wife, and the gradual reintegration into a world that is now far different from how he left it. This BD is a must relive of the season, but it's not for the faint of heart. And finally, Badlands Raid. At last, a BD for those looking for something a little lighter. Badlands Raid is a remake of the 2023 classic, which was an innovative tour de force of the time. For those of you unfamiliar, the plot revolves around an ordinary boring guy who accidentally gets tangled up in a nomad ambush on a Z-Tech convoy. I won't spoil it because even though the main plot hasn't changed in 54 years, most people these days probably don't know the ending. What I will say is this: the remake's creators have introduced a few modern twists into the story that should make for a pleasant surprise to classic lovers and newbies alike. Okay, let's drop down into this room, pick up the few bits and pieces. Watson Horror Diary. I'm really interested in reading that again. Let's put in the stall software.
Fucking worked.
Oh yeah. And we could come out the front door, I suppose. Can we? No. Alright, we'll just get out the... Oh, we can get out the door. Yes, it's open. What's this? Another book. Sex and Chrome. I read that. In Finger's office.
And?
System's ours.
Done. System's ours.
The shard works. Good. The easy work we have done. To break into Arasaka Industrial Park will not be such a bed of roses.
I hear you.
But before we discuss that,
Samurai, 30 years later. Facts, myths, and more myths. When Silverhand formed Samurai, he did so as a fully fledged artist. He knew what he wanted, and as the group's charismatic leader, he knew how to impose his vision on the rest of the band. The roles in the group were clearly divided. Johnny and Kerry Eurodyne were the inspired provocateurs, the continually conflicted soul of the band. Meanwhile, Henry, bass, lived in his own world. Even in those rare instances when he wasn't high out of his mind, he may never have known how good he was. Rumour had it Silverhand was sleeping with Henry to keep him in the band. Silverhand was also rumoured to be sleeping with Kerry to boost the latter's morale. The truth is, Johnny was sleeping with everyone, though his heart wasn't always in it. Soon after Samurai's breakup, Henry suffered a literal shock in an accident, after which he began behaving even more strangely than usual, and then, almost as if he had been ready and waiting to jump on the chance, he hit rock bottom. Nancy, keyboards, was the single reasonable normal person in the group. She came to a gig, played to the best of her ability, then went home. Only thing was, her toxic, aggressive piece of shit husband was at home too. He ended up tightening his grip on her enough that she left the band. Soon after, he tried to turn the screws some more, but something in Nancy snapped. She finally remembered her murky gang past, and her husband had more than enough to think about as he fell 80 floors down. After 7 months spent in jail, Nancy returned to Samurai, but it wasn't the same. In the end, she left again for good and started a new media career as Best Isis for N54 News. Best Isis is Nancy. Denny, drummer and high-functioning neurotic, plagued by thousands of real and imagined obsessions, but only truly herself on stage. Off stage, she spent most of her time trying to prove herself she wasn't as fucked up as everybody seemed to think. That's likely why she took up with Henry. Compared to him, Denny was normal indeed. If it hadn't been for Silverhand's legendary hatred of managers, those slick-ass kissers who told you what to say and when and where you were going to play, and who you had to play nice with, Samurai could have achieved much greater success. Instead, they always remained a punk alternative, icons of cool and uncompromising rebellion. One day, you can't get into one of their gigs, the next you could walk right by a whacked out Silverhand puking into the river, and that's what Johnny would call true freedom, before barfing on your shoes. Silverhand's death was what truly launched Samurai into the realm of legend and out of reality. Okay.
sit. I have not eaten since yesterday. Give me the best on the menu.
I highly recommend the yakitori today.
Anything that isn't local, please.
See you tomorrow.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but this Sokka scum might actually prove useful. He's a well-trained dog, needs orders, that's all. And when he outlives his purpose, we'll flatline him.
Bridge we might cross, but only might. We'll see.
Glad we're on the same page. You never know what a dog's thinking. Might be the same thing.
I would like to
What is this?
Hey.
Hey, yakitori.
Yakitori. Nice to see yakitori.
Okay, I have laid the plan. 1. We break into Arasaka Industrial Park.
Okay.
1.5. We hack
You
Hanako-sama.
don't have 1.5s in a plan.
2. During the parade, with my help, you eliminate any snipers. 3. I get onto the float. 4. I convince Hanako-sama of the truth.
5. Odo zeros us.
Forgot 5. Oda zeros us and pisses on our corpses. He won't ever be less than a foot away from Hanako.
Oda would not dare raise his hand against me.
What about me?
That is a different matter.
Yeah.
I would advise you to watch your distance.
Yeah, I can see Odo's going to be a problem.
There's no time to
I'm
waste
eating
me.
this yakitori.
Is your elaborate seppuku ritual?
What? Why?
As far as I can see, you're trying to get us killed. Really like to know why.
The risks are substantial, yes, but we have no choice. Hanako-sama is our only chance. You have nothing to lose, as I do. I see it in your eyes. Now, we part. Reconnaissance is required.
What are you doing? Don't let him off his leash.
You're
Let
a
him...
stranger in a strange land. Going with you.
True. And you with your hands, skills, mind of a thief. Agreed. This we will do together. Cook! Louder! Louder! Yorinobu.
Our active night
Flash.
city security forces. President Myers has called this
He
a breach
eliminated the
in the
last
Army
obstacle
Code.
between himself
Provocation
and
targeting
complete
of the
power.
AUSA
And
and
they-
Surrender it to
Tell me then, what do we call the murder of my father? Was that not a provocation? Was that not a...
Arasaka. An empire built to last. Before Yorinobu set fire to it from the inside. All of this began with him. The factions, power struggles, all of this. Kusa!
I'll have an ask what the factions are, I suppose.
Got factions inside Arasaka? What are they?
There are 3. Kiji, Hato, and Taka. Kiji longs for stability. The old order. They are united behind Hanako-sama. The liberal wing, Hato, support Michiko-sama, Saburo's granddaughter. I know little about her. And then there is Taka, treacherous dogs who support Yorinobu. Not to mention even smaller factions.
Tell me about him some other time.
I wanted to hear about that, actually.
Where's Yorinobu's rebellious streak come from?
No one knows this. Perhaps soon I shall ask him in person.
The last one? That's my food gone.
Why'd Saburo tolerate it all? Can't get my head around it. Could have kept his son on a short leash.
Arasaka-sama was a strong and disciplined man. The strongest man I have ever known. And yet, at a critical moment, he showed a weakness.
For Yorinobu.
For his daughter. When Yorinobu formed his band of hounds, declared war on his own family, Arasaka-sama could have crushed him with one word. Yet he did not, for he did not wish his daughter to suffer. When Yorinobu returned, his tail between his legs, she persuaded her father to give him a second chance. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Hanako-sama saved Yorinobu from the consequences of his deeds.
Feels like that's about to change. As long as we get Hanako to believe our version of events. Conscience could also come into play, assuming she's got one.
We must reach her first. Will you join me?
Not this time.
Get there on my own, thanks.
Very well. I will soon leave as well. See you there.
Okay. So we have a few minutes left. Let's go and shoot some things. Here. I think that'll see. We'll go and clear that out, and that'll be me for the day. Gonna get the elevator down. So let's change out of these things. And we're changing my trousers as well. There we go. We are done. This is where we're at. Let's go.
Kangtao AV has crashed outside of Night City. The aircraft's thrusters were deactivated by sudden EMP discharge from a nearby damaged power station in Santo Domingo. The emergency landing attempt proved unsuccessful. The passengers who survived the crash landing were met by a band of nomads. Fortunately, Kangtao...
Alright, so how far we got? 200 meters. That's quite a way, isn't it? Let's give it a run.
Embarrassed to invite your coworkers over?
How are we doing? 175. 150. 100. I think there's more variation in the NPCs, certainly not looking like the clones that I used to see. Hang on. Ah, this is here, is it? I know where we are. This is going to be tough. I think I might like to go right the way round. Start. I think that probably makes some sense. A couple of minutes left. What are they over there? This looks... Whoa. Okay. How far this way? 100 meters. I don't think we've got to kill them after all. Maybe not.
Attention all NCPD subcons. Suspected organized crime activity reported off Willow Street. APB out on one Shinobu Imai, convicted on multiple counts of human trafficking and forced labor. City officials are offering a reward for neutralizing Imai's criminal network in the Willow Street area.
I do want to dump these buddies. Let's see how we do. There's another one. There's a camera. Just going to turn that camera off, shall we? Well, we've got another body here, but nowhere to... Yes, we have. Okay. Oh, really? Okay, one this way, here he is. Another one. Yes, yes, yes. God damn it. Terrible shooting. Got you. Well, don't fancy your chances much. Where is he? There's no one here. Apparently not. Still lower than me. There he is.
I'm hit. I think I'm hit.
Where is he? There he is. Okay, see what we have in here. This is the end of today's video. Like a nice way of finishing with some violence. Well, thank you for watching today. Crafting Spec Sovereign. Okay, nice. Workers. 15 people to Kuroshi, 8 people to All Foods, 25 to Biotechnica. Can be 6, 3 to Masala, 6 to Burigal, 2 to Yalba, 13 to Tetronica. And that's it. We're at the end of today. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the stream, please give me a like and subscribe. And I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.